Break free from abuse.
Hello,
Love should
this
never
is
cause
Sherry,
pain.
and I'd like to welcome you to my channel. If you feel this information useful, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. As many of you may already know, I was married to a narcissist, and so now he's my ex-narcissist husband. And during that time of abuse, I thought I would never escape at first. Seemed so hopeless, and I kept trying to make my marriage work. And now that I'm away from that man, I want to share as many experiences as I have with others that may be going through similar situations. And hopefully that will help others to reflect and make a plan to escape abuse. And today what I'd like to talk about would be what I call the love bombing hangover. Narcissists and abusers target givers, people who have a high capacity for love and caregiving. Does that describe you? That's usually what they target. People that have empathy, which they have none. They wear a mask. It's not your fault. You didn't see it. These individuals are professional actors. They study you. They ask and study what you need, and then they mirror it back to you. And then there's the evil. If the narcissist tells you that they never loved you, that's a final attempt to destroy your self-worth. It's their way to design a plan in order to destroy you. It's not a reflection of your value or the reality of the time that you spent together. And then there's the value trap. When we have high integrity, we naturally think, if I show them how valuable I am and how hard that I've worked and how honest I am, then they'll remember that I'm sincere and they'll value me. But that's absolutely wrong. The more that you try harder to win the narcissist's love and attention, affection, the worse the situation becomes. And that's what I went through. You hope that they'll see your value and they'll start to treat you like gold. But to a narcissist, your honesty is seen as a weakness to exploit. Your loyalty, it's seen as a way to keep you trapped. Your caregiving nature, it's seen as a free source of emotional labor, trying to earn respect from someone who isn't capable, no matter how much effort that you put in. The stone remains a stone, and you can't reverse what they already are. Chances are these people, these narcissists, have been this way for quite a long time, way before they met you. But they are great actors. And that's what happened to me. Before I married my husband, my narcissist, I thought he was just the most wonderful man. He fooled me. He was a great actor until I married him. And that's when all my abuse began. The total transparency, it's beautiful in any relationship. If you have a healthy relationship, if you're not married to a narcissist. But unfortunately, if you get stuck with one of these clowns and you're in an abusive relationship, you begin to realize no matter what effort that you're making and you're putting into the relationship, no matter what you do, the lies, the cheating, manipulation, the deceptive practices, they continue in full force from your partner. And you don't have to be married to one to have abuse. I mean, people are narcissistic in many different types of relationships, not just husband, wife. It could be boyfriend, girlfriend. It could be your mother, your father, your brother, your sister. There's narcissists everywhere. But in my experience, which was with my ex-husband, that's what I found out. I lived it. And so that's why I want to spread the word. So no matter what effort you're making, all of that continues. Reclaim your worth. It existed while you were being mistreated, and it still exists. I know they want to strip you of your worth. That's what he tried to do to me. My self-esteem went to the bottom of the pit because I felt like I was living with a demon from hell. And so I had to turn to God in prayer in order to keep my sanity. I turned to God because I was just so embarrassed. I had told my family and friends I met this wonderful man and how I was going to marry him, and he love bombed me and love bombed me till I agreed to marry him. And I thought that he was a wonderful person. I actually fell in love with this guy. Come to find out, he was a complete fraud. There was nothing about him after I married him that I recognized. It was like living with a demon, a monster, an unrecognizable figure that I did not know existed until after I said I do. And that's when everything began to change. I guess he figured he had me. So recognize your value, okay? These people want to strip you of your value, but don't let them. Your strength, your worth, and your value does not decrease no matter what they try to do to you. Remember the beautiful person that you are. My ex-narcissist husband, he would never compliment me no matter what I did. If I tried to dress up, fix my hair, I clean the house, cook a wonderful meal, try to help him get off to work, did everything I could to express my love. And he never, ever would say thank you or compliment me. It's just like all of a sudden I meant nothing to him. And that's what I feel, like I meant nothing. So try to keep your worth. Don't let them do that to you. The purpose of a narcissist, it's to engage in destructive behavior, and it is driven by their fragile ego, deep-seated insecurities, and the need for control. So basically what they're trying to do is control you. Keep you under their thumb. I remember one day I came home a little bit late. I was only like 15 minutes late. He had dinner in the air fryer. And the minute I walked in the door, all hell broke loose. He screamed at me, "Where the you been?" And I said, I was loading my car because that's when we first got married and I still had all my things, a lot of my little things that I was bringing from my other house, loading my car. And I had like a 45-minute trip after I loaded it. And I said, well, you know where I've been. I've been loading my car, and I'm not that late. He says, dinner's going to get cold. It's cold. And it wasn't cold. It was still hot. But he had to yell at me. And I tried to make up with him. I was fearful. I mean, he scared me. But at the same time, I thought, well, maybe I should have done something different. I don't know. He was screaming at me about how, oh, you should have texted me. Well, he knew where I was. He had my phone. Why didn't he text me? Why didn't he call me? He had my phone number. I was only like 15 minutes later than supper, and supper wasn't even cold, but he was using it as an excuse to control me. to make me afraid. So the harm to their victims, it's often collateral damage. That's what I found out. I was collateral damage. Didn't matter how he treated me. Remember, abuse is never justified, whether it's physical, emotional, verbal, or financial. It's never justified. You don't deserve to be mistreated or abused. Nobody does. In a healthy relationship, people try to talk and work things out and communicate. There was absolutely one-sided communication in my marriage. Every time I tried to talk to him, he never had time to talk. It was one-sided, and that never works. Break the silence against domestic violence and abuse. Break the silence. I'm asking you to join with me and say these words. I am not a victim any longer. I am not a victim any longer. Say that over and over again. I am not a victim any longer. I will reach out for help, and I don't deserve to be abused. I don't deserve this. Say it out loud. Pray. Ask your family, friends, call an abuse hotline. But don't go alone. Somebody's going to be there for you. I was ashamed because I thought, how could I make such a decision to marry a man like this? What is wrong with me? But it wasn't me. He deceived me. I thought he was a good man. I made a decision based on what I thought he was. Now, had I known what he was, I would have never even given him first base. Peace be with you, and just know that you're not alone. Okay? Take care of yourself. And remember, you deserve better. Take care.